Good morning, everyone. This is welcome to the episode of the Roundtable Network News. I'm the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood. I'm joined by V Drew Nicholas and Drew. This is a midweek edition. Like we didn't get a chance to do one last Saturday, so we're gonna kind of revamp and rewind this one today. Speaking of rewinds, on Friday, the Roundtable Rewind is doing a Sting edition. It's going to be 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have the match that made Sting a household name, the champions, the night challenge Ric Flair for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Are you going to be there for that, Drew?
I will.
Awesome, awesome. So you got a cat there hanging out. It's all good.
I have
Let's jump right in.
both of my cats decided to join us today.
Yeah, see, up on the thing that's really cute. Let's jump right into it, man. CMLL, the oldest wrestling company in all of the world, 91 years old. CMLL, they announced that they're going to hold their first ever Arena Mexico all women's show. It's going to be on International Women's Day. Um, so I mean, we're going to have some great matches. We're going to have a women's international tag team title match, and next national women's tag team championships will be on the line. We're going to have a AEW versus CMLL match. It's going to be pretty cool, man. I love that they're embracing the the uh, the culture, the women's wrestling culture in CMLL. Like I said, they've been around for like 91 years. I mean, this is astonishing. You're gonna have the CMLL Japan Women's Championship on the line. You're gonna have the winner of the Mayan Classic on the line, Mexican Women's National Championship on the line. You're gonna have the New Japan Strong Women's Championship on the line. You're gonna have just so much stuff going on this
Yeah,
show.
it's really exciting. I hope that we get more stuff like this because we only had one all-women show once from WWE back in 2018. Revolution, I think it was called, right?
Yeah, the
Um,
women's revolution. Yeah,
and I'm just talking from like a major company. Obviously, there's like WoW and uh other little small, smaller promotions out there that are all women, Stardom also. So,
yeah,
but for like a big company like CMLL to be doing an all women show, that's really awesome. And hopefully that starts a trend with the other bigger companies in America where we see some more all women shows.
yeah. I'm really excited about that. Um, I do want to talk about something real quick before we get into the next. Well, I want to go ahead and share another story real quick before we get into your stories. Um, wow, this hits really close to me. Former WWE star Billy Jack Haynes was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. Yesterday, he actually was charged with second-degree murder. Earlier in the month, former pro wrestler Billy Jack Haynes was arrested here in Portland in connection to the murder of his wife. Authorities said that he was released from the hospital earlier that day. Billy Jack Haynes was dealing with dementia. Um, and according to CBS affiliate Coin 6, Billy Jack Haynes was released from the hospital and officially charged with second degree murder. Haynes' wife was murdered in a shooting on February 8th earlier this month. Um, Haynes was taken into custody and then hospitalized for an unrelated matter. He was released and then booked into the Multnomah County Detention Center on charges of second degree murder and unlawful use of a weapon. Billy Jack Haynes was big star in Portland wrestling. Huge star in the WWE for a while. Um, it's crazy.
And you
In
knew him
2018,
personally, right?
I know him personally. That's the thing that really it's crazy. In 2018, Billy Jack Haynes admitted to witnessing murders of three boys in rural Arkansas, in that infamous case that has not been solved either. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things going on in the Pacific Northwest region right now, professional wrestling.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate too because it seemed like he has such a great career, as you said, and these whether it be health issues or mental issues, a combination of both, uh, led to this tragic event to happen, and not the best way to celebrate the end of your life by
No,
prison, because you
I
know
mean,
again,
and
he's almost 80 years old.
let's just
But
call it what it is. He's going to be in prison if he gets convicted. I mean, allegedly he murdered his wife. We're going to say allegedly because I wasn't there. I didn't see it personally. I don't know all the if ands and whats. I know what Coin Six is all saying. I know KPTV channel 20. KPTV here, Fox channel 12 here saying um, Wrestling Inc. Ross Berman he coined this story. So I mean, I don't know personally, but I do know like the man that I knew then and the man that he is now are two totally different people. And someone who dealt with someone who my mom had dementia, and dementia is a really, really, really horrible thing to have. I mean, your life is basically blinking out before your eyes. I don't know what his mental stability or mental capacity was at that time. So hopefully, hopefully he got the help he needs and the justice will be served.
yeah. So, I have a bit of a contract update.
Oh, let's go.
So it was reported, well, not reported exactly, but there were rumors speculating about Drew McIntyre's contract status. That he had potentially had signed a new WWE contract. However, Fightful Select is reporting not so fast. It turns out, uh, rumors emerged that Drew McIntyre had signed a new WWE contract, but Fightful Select asked WWE sources, and they were simply told that that was not accurate. So, as of now, Drew McIntyre's deal goes past WrestleMania because injury time was added, and both sides are hoping to continue working together, of course. And Drew McIntyre is on one hell of a run right now. Uh,
Yeah.
he prayed for CM Punk's injury, and it happened. And he's just doing some really wicked stuff right now, and it's exciting. It's really exciting to see. Um, you would think that maybe there is the potentials of a new contract being made considering his booking right now. But I have a funny feeling we'll know for sure come WrestleMania whether he signed a new contract or not, because I don't see him losing the World Heavyweight Championship match uh, if he signed a new contract, because the best match you could have for that title right now is Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk when CM Punk comes back. So, um, so we'll see. But as of right now, Drew McIntyre has not yet signed a new contract with WWE.
So that's really interesting because we also had this situation happen years ago with CM Punk. CM Punk going to go into um, challenging for the WWE Championship and win the WWE Championship and jump over the guardrail and take the title and leave. Great storyline because it wasn't actually a storyline. It was actually like
Right.
actual factual because he wasn't under contract. And I believe the WWE tried to sign the contract at the last minute. And after he won the title, this is when they signed the contract. So you can have that same scenario happen again. And honestly, Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk, everyone's going to want to end up seeing. Even more so than Seth Rollins and CM Punk, which is what I wanted to see because of the internet heat. The IWC gassed it up. Um, I think that we're going to have one hell of a match, one hell of a ride for the WWE Championship, for the World Championship, I should say, um, come WrestleMania, which is in, wow, a month.
Yes.
I mean,
I don't know the exact date, but it is.
it'd probably be April 4th,
Yeah, it's
or
just
April 5th,
about
actually.
over a month away. I think it was like
Yeah,
40 days on Monday.
something like that. Yeah. So I mean, things are coming to a head in professional wrestling, man. I mean, Sting had his last AEW Dynamite match, um, where he descended from the freaking ceiling. I
Oh,
never thought I'd see that happen again.
that
You
that
called
was
it. You
that
called
was
it.
special. That was
Like
special.
when you said that, I was like, that's not gonna. Oh my god, it's happening! Like,
Mm.
what the heck's going on?
Sting had not descended from the rafters probably since the late 90s or early 2000s from WCW. And,
Yeah,
or he may have actually, I think Sinner had said he might have done it during TNA one
I
time.
think he did it at TNA, but I wasn't really sure. I tried to go find it, but yeah. But so after the show went off the air, after Dynamite went off the air, Sting addressed the crowd. He thanked the fans of Huntsville, Alabama. Um, Diamond Dallas Page. He talked about a match he had with Dallas Page there. He also thanked the two men in the ring with him, Darby Allin and Ric Flair, who was out there with him. Um, these are his exact words. What can I say after all these years? What can I say? Anything I would say is just kind of trivial. And to be honest with you, I really just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I could have done any of this without my tag team partner right here, Darby Allin, and I wouldn't be put on the map if it wasn't for the man right here, and it's your boy Ric Flair. I love you, Huntsville, and thank you very much. That right there shows you why he's an icon.
Yeah. We had talked yesterday on our Dynamite show about how much of an honor we all feel truly blessed to have been able to see this last run of Stings in live in the buildings. You got to see him in Oregon. I got to see him here in New York and a couple of times, and it's just been so special to see, people throw around these catchphrases and these nicknames. Oh, this person's a legend, and this person's a special attraction. This person's this person's that. Sting is truly an icon. Like they call him the icon Sting. It is legitimately true. He is an icon. He is loved by everyone, and he's to see him perform not only at the age that he is and do all the incredible things that he's done, jumping off of platforms, ladders, at 64, 65 years old. But it was very likely that he was never going to wrestle again after that turnbuckle spot in WWE. And for him to have come back from that, come out of retirement at the age that he is, and be doing all of this crazy stuff that he's done in front of our eyes for the last few years, it's really special, and it really cements him as an icon in my mind.
I mean, the guy's on an incredible run. Some of the, like you said, like you mentioned, some of the things he's done is like I'll be 50 years old this year. I'm still an active competitor, and to see the things that he was doing, I'm like, wow, like I'm not even doing that. You know, like I've never had, knock on wood, the injuries that Sting has had. That buckle bomb really put him out. I'm glad to see him go out on his own terms because in this industry, no one wants to ever be put out. We want to go out
Right.
on our own accord. Um, I'm just like everything that he has done and everything he's gonna do. Because this last match on Sunday, um, what is a Texas tornado tag match. This match is gonna be off the friggin' chain, and I can't wait to watch it live here on the Roundtable.
Yes, that's going to be it's going to be special, and I'm sure that the EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, um, they're really excited for this too because they've been fans of Sting forever, as all of us are, and for them to get the honor of being the last match, I think is just another notch in their careers, the long careers that they've had. Um, yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this match on Sunday.
I'll tell you this: I've known the Bucks for many, 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 many years, And I remember them saying when they were young, starting out in the backyard, that they dreamed of wrestling someone like Sting. So to to be at this point in your career where you get to actually be the guy, be the last person to work Sting, that's freaking awesome. Um, so what else you got for us? What do you got for us, Drew?
So we have confirmation on a wrestler, a former New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestler, heading to WWE. Tuesday Wrestling Observer reported longtime NJPW wrestler Tamatonga is heading to WWE, which Fightful was able to confirm. And barring unforeseen circumstances, Tamatonga is heading to WWE officially. WWE has maintained interest in Tamatonga for about a decade now. They've been wanting him for a long time, and they've had some talks over the years. And it turns out um, that's the case. That he will be heading to WWE soon. Now, I have speculation, personal speculation. I think that he is behind those NXT mystery person videos that have been coming out lately. I think for like the past couple of weeks now.
Well, they also said that Sean Spears may be the person that was behind all that as well.
Oh, so that could have been Sean Spears. Okay. I have a feeling that whether that was him or not, the Good Brothers are in NXT right now, specifically because Tamatonga is going to be coming in soon. And there's already, Finn Balor has been part of Bullet Club. AJ Styles has been part of Bullet Club. There's the Good Brothers have been part of Bullet Club. There's people within WWE right now that are not together, and the introduction of Tamatonga into WWE, I think, would be really exciting for a potential Bullet Club versus Bullet Club uh, feud between all these people that have been in Bullet Club over the years. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, it seemed like AEW would be a shoe in for anybody from New Japan, but um, Tamatonga, I'm excited to see in WWE because it turns out he also has some bloodline in him. So could
Well,
we
yeah,
potentially
there
see
there have been ties to him in the bloodline through Haku. Um, honestly, I like what you're saying about the whole NXT thing. I kind of feel like that the reason the Good Brothers are in NXT is because they know that he's coming. But honestly, do you really think that it would be beneficial for him to go? I mean, Tamatonga's a star, man. Like he's a top level A grade star. Like don't send him to NXT. I mean, he knows. I'm not gonna say he knows WWE's TV. Like there are certain styles of wrestling. There's the independent wrestling style. There's New Japan style. There's AAA style. Then there's like WWE TV, the way they run the show, the way they do it, and it's completely understandable that it's completely different than anything else he's probably ever done. Um, I just see that with someone of his caliber and someone of his capabilities, like, dude, don't take him and put him in NXT because he'll be a big fish in a small pond. And my whole thing about being a big fish in a small pond is that you're not getting anything. Why not just throw him out there in the ocean? He's a shark. Let him be a shark in the ocean instead of a big fish in a small pond. I think he would fare well on the main roster as opposed to, and I would put him on SmackDown. I wouldn't put him on Raw. I put him on SmackDown. Have a feud with like Jimmy Uso or even Solo. You know, like give him some meat. Like let him
if
cook.
we see him in main roster and not NXT, do we think that there's a possibility that he debuts at WrestleMania?
Well, that would be. Honestly, I think it'd probably be like WrestleMania Backlash.
Okay.
I don't think he would be a Mania because they've been building Mania so long that just throwing him in, like just throwing him in would be totally
Because well, so the reason why I was saying that is I'm
a
thinking,
gimme.
depending on what happens with The Rock and Cody, probably the match at night one, I'm thinking maybe Tamatonga is brought in to help The Rock and be part of The Rock's bloodline,
Hmm.
while Roman's got his bloodline, and if he loses, which God help everyone if Roman Reigns does not lose at WrestleMania this
The
year.
IWC is gonna melt down.
I will be part of that meltdown. Because I melted down last year when
Yeah.
he didn't lose. Um, but yeah, I feel like, see, a lot of people think that it should be when there's the breakup between The Rock and Roman should be the heel. But I don't think that that's what it should be. I actually think that The Rock should be the heel, and that should rehab Roman Reigns' babyface character to come out of this 4-year-long heel run of his and become a babyface again. I feel like Tamatonga could come in and be The Rock's Solo Sokoa in a sense,
Oh, you be the Rock's heater. Okay, I get you. I get you.
and yeah, if they're gonna bring him up on the main roster and not put him in NXT, I feel like that would be because I had envisioned Jacob Fatu being that, but it
It might still be. Jake is he's still a free agent. I haven't spoke to him in weeks, but the last time I talked to him, he did say he was weighing his options where he was going to go. He's not going back to MLWs. I mean, even though MLW, and I have a story about that on Saturday. Um, MLW was their major victory over WWE. They have the funds to keep a Jacob Fatu, to keep a Alex Hammerstone. You know, we'll talk about that on Saturday. Talk about that on Saturday.
yeah,
Um, but I honestly, the Good Brothers, the Bullet Club thing sounds more feasible. At least in my mind, it does. But yeah, like I said, but now that I'm thinking about it, and now it makes a lot more sense. You know um, how over the last like year, like WWE really dropped the ball when it came to the Raw after Mania.
yeah,
Like this last year's Raw to me was horrible. It was like watching AEW Dark. It was horrible.
I wouldn't go that
I
far.
mean,
Well,
it was. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a -5. Like it was
listen, the
bad.
main event of night one was amazing. The tag team match for
Hmm.
the titles, and now, of course, the main event of night two was what it was, but it was a great match. It had the wrong ending,
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
match
For
was
you, it had the wrong ending. But the Raw after Mania is like what has always been over decades has been the most exciting night other than the Royal Rumble because you have all these surprises, all these debuts, all these massive things happening. So when you don't have these things happening, you kind of get like complacent. It got really complacent, so to speak, and it, it it was so lackluster that no one cared. So to have like Tama Tonga, to have like any other Julia, to have any other major key player in the industry right now that's a free agent that you signed, sitting on the sidelines. Like that would have been a good time to debut Jay Cargill.
hmm, that's right. Um, yeah. You have another story? You know what? I have one more story. I want to talk about Sean Spears. Speaking of NXT, since we're talking about NXT, um, my last story for today was going to be Sean Spears. returning, but also in a sense debuting in NXT because we know Shawn Spears from AEW because he was not Shawn Spears in WWE. He was Ty Dillinger. But this past Tuesday, uh, in the segment with Ridge Holland, Shawn Spears came back to WWE as Shawn Spears. He's officially going to be his AEW name, and from what it looked like, kind of his AEW presentation as well. Um, so Fightful's Corey Brennan was told some details on Shawn Spears' return. Um, Corey can confirm he will go by Shawn Spears in this run. Few in NXT were aware of Spears' return, with one talent noting it was a complete shock. As of 8 p.m. that day, Spears was not listed on internal documents, nor was anyone else listed for Ridge Holland's promo. Shawn Michaels was filling in rehearsals for Spears in that thing to keep it as a surprise. And Spears was received well backstage following his return, and was hidden backstage prior so that it wouldn't get out that he was there. So AEW sources indicated to Fightful Select Shawn Spears had been let out of his AEW deal early, which was why this was able to happen, because he was on AEW TV not too long ago. I think it was around like November, October, November of last year, he was on TV. So, yeah, so that was a fun return for Shawn Spears. I was almost going to say Ty Dillinger because I'm so used to him being Ty Dillinger in WWE. Um, it's really interesting when people are coming back or debuting from AEW, they keep their AEW presentation.
Well, I mean, honestly, let's just call it what it is. Sean Spears is his real name, and the fact that he came back in, and we all know he's a Cody guy. He's a Cody guy.
Yes.
Jay Cargill's a Cody guy. I'm waiting for Ricky Starks to show up. That'd be another great Raw for Mania type of deal. Um, I think that they saw the presentation. They saw that it worked. Like the perfect tan gimmick was great. Like that was great, you know.
Oh yeah.
But like the chairman gimmick, a darker Sean Spears, before the goofy, running around with was it Jake Hager? He was running around with no, yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was
yeah,
Jake.
yeah, 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 yeah. Before that whole goofy scenario where he was like getting all excited with the chair and all that stupid stuff, like this dark, this whole new presentation is so bad, so much better that they're like they would be a fool to not allow that to happen. Like that drew in so many fans to AEW. Now it's drawing all those fans to WWE. They see that now Sean Spears isn't a comedy act; he isn't a joke. The guy is a trainer. The guy runs a wrestling school with um, Tyler Breeze. They run a wrestling school.
Oh yes,
Um,
that's right.
so there's so much. They have so much equity invested in this now that not allowing him to be himself is gonna would be stupid. Like with Jade Cargill, same thing. She built a brand for herself. People they know her. They know her of that situation. They know that brand. They know that presentation there. So to not allow that to happen would be stupid. Like you're now seeing like a legit superstar in the making, and he got his start with WWE and NXT, so he knows the TV program. He knows how the format is. So yeah, I mean now it's time.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this version of Shawn Spears in WWE. I think he's like you said, like that goofy beginning part of his character, I think was silly. But this serious, dark Shawn Spears that just wants to ruin people's careers with a chair, that's the perfect Shawn Spears, and I'm excited to see this version.
I mean, there's got to be something else to it, there's got to be something else to it. There's got like is he forming a group with someone? Is he part of a clique? I mean, honestly, I would love to see it. I'm dying for it, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. Um, so that was my last story. Do you have another story?
I mean, that was it. Like, I have some stuff saved for Saturday, and I'm waiting for things to. I'm letting things play out, so I know that once I lay these stories out on the line, you're gonna have 100% accuracy. But I mean, that's one thing we like to do here on the Roundtable News Network. We want to go ahead and give you the real. We don't want to give you the fake. We want to give you, like, you know, we want to give you the things that are being built up the right way. We want to make sure that once the news is out, the news is out. Like the whole situation with uh with the contract negotiation with Drew McIntyre. People talked about it. People said it was out there. Um, yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me throw one last story in.
Okay.
Tony Khan. You know, the phrase "big meaty men stopping meat." You and I talk about that. We're so sick and tired of hearing it.
Yes.
It's like, come on, it's played out. It's done. It's over with, right? So Tony Khan decided that he's going to have a Meat Madness match
He
at
did
AEW
decide that.
Revolution. AEW Revolution, um, and we had three guys listed in it. So I mean, according to Wrestling Inc. On Twitter, Ross Berman also stated that the match was put on ice due to an injury, and now it's going to be a scramble match. So we have Powerhouse Hobbs, we have
Who
Wardlow, we have
who
Lance
was
Archer,
who were the original do you know who the original 3 were that were supposed to be in that match?
Powerhouse Hobbs, Lance Archer, and Wardlow. Those were the original three in the match. Um,
So, the same 3 people that are also in the scramble.
yeah, so now they changed it to a scramble. Um,
So
so let's see,
if
Wardlow.
if Meat Madness is on ice, very, very hilarious choice of words there.
That is funny.
If Meat Madness is on ice due to injury, why are the same people who were in Meat Madness in the scramble match?
Exactly. That's what I'm getting. That's pretty much what I'm laying out. Apparently, on the February 14th edition of Collision, um, well, I mean, Wardlow tweaked his knee in a match with Barrett Brown, so that's why that. So apparently, he's the injury. So how do you
But he's
cover up
still
an
in the
injury?
scramble, according
Yeah,
to the
you cover up an
graphic.
injury, but you want to keep the guy there, so you put a scramble match together. That way, that guy doesn't have to do much. Basically, in a scramble match, it's the person with the last wins. So I can just see Wardlow doing the minimum throughout the whole match, and then getting the last victory, the last pin at the end. Like,
Possible.
I mean, that's how you book a match with someone that's hurt. But apparently, the the dynamite, or the not dynamite, the collision stream that we would have done Saturday. I mean, we can. I mean, we'll still do collision. I know the results already. We'll still do collision because it was taped last night. But I will tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be watching live on Saturday for AW Collision, live on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, you're gonna see it's gonna be pretty crazy, man. It's gonna be pretty crazy who gets into this scramble match because the people you think are going to be in the scramble match are not.
Oh, so the scramble
Crazy.
match on Collision?
Yes.
Oh,
No, 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 no. The qualifying matches to get into the scramble
oh, okay, got it.
on Collision. So you did report about the AW trademark claim. So that new pay per view is going to be for spring of 2024.
Oh,
So
well,
they
I
just
was gonna
came over.
save that for Saturday, but
Oh well, shit. Okay, I'm sorry.
well, now I'm gonna report it.
Go ahead, report it. Go ahead, report it.
So, yeah, so a recent AEW trademark caused speculation as to what it would be. Um, AEW filed a trademark claim for the word dynasty. And we've learned via Warner Brothers Discovery sources that the trademark is connected to a pay-per-view event or special show targeted for April. Word within All Elite Wrestling, we've heard it could be an April pay-per-view. AEW has never done an April pay-per-view in the company's history, so it's possible. As of now, no AEW events after April 3rd in Worcester are announced, all the way to the company's Canadian tour kicking off on May 1st. So we've got Big Business coming up in 2 weeks. That's a big show. We've got so we have Revolution on Sunday. We've got Big Business. Now we potentially have an April pay-per-view, AEW Dynasty. May is potentially another show. Oh no, not potentially, it is. Double or Nothing is in May. So we have Double or Nothing every May, the end of May. Then we found out last week that this June is going to be Forbidden Door right here in New York. So we have the potential for March pay-per-view, April pay-per-view, May pay-per-view, June pay-per-view. So this has the potential to be the biggest pay-per-view cycle of AEW's history this year.
Well, you got to think about it too. Like big businesses in the pay per view is going to be like the Dynamite, but a huge Dynamite. I love the fact that Forbidden Door is an Arthur Ashe.
Yeah,
I love
I'm
that
very
because you
happy for
see,
that.
they have been doing these shows in these huge venues, and the IWC being as horrible as the IWC is, will nitpick everything that goes on at AEW because they're all WWE stands. So they post these pictures of the half empty arena, you know, but no one does that for a Raw or a SmackDown. I've been to those shows where they're half empty on one side of the arena, and not been that guy who posts those pictures because I'm there to enjoy it, not bash it. Um,
Well, I think this is really Forbidden Door has been a bucket list item for me, so I'm
oh yeah,
really
most
excited that it's
definitely.
going to be at Arthur Ashe this year because I'm going 100%.
But I like that it's at a smaller stadium now. Like, I'm always saying you either go big or go home. I totally get it. But sometimes when you're going too big and it doesn't make any sense to go that big. Um, Forbidden Door has always been a good thing. And this year, Forbidden Door has AAA, have CMLL, and they
Right?
have New
Yeah.
Japan. Like, it really truly is a Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I'm
So
really
I'm
excited for it.
excited for that. Yeah, I'll be excited to do a live watch along of that.
So,
And there's your cat.
yes, my cat's excited as well. Maybe I'll
Yep.
bring her to Arthur Ashe.
Wow. In the cat
Um,
carrier.
so I'm really excited for Forbidden Door, but then also this potential April pay-per-view. If we are getting monthly pay-per-views from AEW this year, that's you could definitely speculate that a big deal is coming for them. A new TV rights deal and
Well,
maybe a streaming deal.
Fightful Select learned that Warner Brothers Discovery sources were targeting that for spring. So if Warner Brothers Discovery is is like leaking it, so to speak, to people, to Sean and Fightful. I mean, Fightful's not gonna they're not gonna report stuff that's not factual. So if Warner Brothers Discovery is behind it, yeah.
I'm very interested to see if this year with the TV rights deal we get AEW pay-per-views on HBO Max.
That would be amazing.
I would be pumped
I
for that.
I would be so pumped for that. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on the Roundtable Network News. I'm your brother franchise. That's D. Drew Nicholas. And we will see you guys Friday for more of the Roundtable Rewind. Peace.